Good morning, everyone. So let's start with the class today. And we were doing the reading yesterday, and we will be continuing with the next item types of the reading today. And the classes are provided by CECA, guys, and these classes are free of the cost. We do have a weekend class as well on Sunday. The timing for that class is 12 to 2. There is a different link. If you want to access that link or use that class sources, then this is the number you can contact on, and you can gather your details for the class. And if you're after IELTS class, if you're after Nati CCL, Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu, or Nepalese, then you can better call on this number and get the links. And the classes are free. You don't have to pay for anything. You can ask your question, practice, get the latest exam thing, know about the know-hows of the exam. So everything is provided in the class. It's just like any real-time class. Like obviously Victoria, it's not possible in Melbourne to have the physical classes. So this is the platform we are having right now. And besides that, we do provide the lowest overseas health cover. You can see here. So this is we provide in lowest price. So if you are just after, or anybody you know after the overseas health cover, want to renew it, change it, so you can better contact and get the quote for the overseas health cover what we are providing for. And then the migration counseling is free if you want to know the PR pathways, or if you want to know like what are the possible things and the chances for the PR, and which state is better, which way is better for you, and you want to you discuss all those things with the migration agent itself. That's the free of the cost. So same number is the thing you have to call on. And the education counseling is also free. You are after any course, your course is ending soon and you want to start a new course now, have to have a something like the bachelor's admission, advanced diploma admission, and master's admission. So that counseling is also free, like what could be the possible study pathways for you after your current education is going to finish, or like what are the next things for you. Then if anybody is on visitor visa right now and want to convert it into student visa, so that service is also provided here. And also the Canada migration, there are some people who are after the Canada migration from Australia now. So that assessment is done, and that eligibility check is free on Canada migration, and the counseling is free, like what are the requirements, every like top to bottom, what are the requirements and how you can apply for that thing. So this is all provided for free of the cost. So consultation is free for that thing as well, right? So yeah, this is the number. You can save it and contact it for any said service here, and you will be getting your piece of advice through emails, through a direct call, through a video call, so whatever option you prefer, right? Moving on with the class today. So as we were doing the MCQ multiple choice answer yesterday, that's what we were doing. So today we will be just first starting with the multiple choice single answer, right? So multiple choice single answer, guys, I think I have explained these yesterday as well to you. So I'm not explaining the things right now. I'm just straightforward going to the practice for these. And when we'll be doing the reading and writing fill-ups and reading fill-ups, then we will be first talking about them, and then only we will be doing them. So single answer, just a brief up. The main thing you are looking in is the question itself, right? The question provide you what information you are after from the whole passage. So keywords are taken from the question, not from the options, right? So first you get your words from the question, go to the passage, look where those keynotes are lying around, and then according to that what answer they have mentioned, come to the option and see them and mark your answer, right? So we will be practicing few question of single answer. Just bear with me, I'm sharing the screen again with the set of question on it. Just a few minutes, just 1 minute I would say. Okay, I'm stopping this here. Sharing again with the question number 1, and this is for the single answer. So first we will be doing this single answer one. So only one response is correct. Right? So look into the question first. Like the author primary purpose in writing this passage is primarily to. So primarily to do what? To suggest, document, provide a historical perspective, or appeal to both Mexican and US scholars. So whatever the options are there. So according to that, select one response because this is only having one answer correct, single answer. Quickly send your answer in the chat box and your answers will be forwarded to me only now. Carefully look into it. Don't act in hurry, understand, and you will be getting the answer as a paraphrased version of the option. You won't be getting the same words or something like that. The meaning will be same of course. Two answers so far. Got three answers made. What about other students? Kindly send your answers soon. So the answers, got three, your answer is right. And Sami, your answer is not right. So look carefully around. Nazia, Kimberly, Pavan, send your answers, guys. Be quick. The author purpose in writing this passage, why he is writing this passage, primarily to do what, right? No, Pavan, this is not right. Nazia, this is right. Kimberly, this is wrong. So primarily why he is writing is the option number C, which is right. Provide a historical perspective of for a new analysis of Mexican American culture. So it is a providing a new analysis, right, for American and Mexican culture and from the historical perspective. You see, the first paragraph, as it is started, it is saying traditional research has confronted only Mexican and US interpretation of Mexican American culture. Now we must also examine the culture as we Mexican Americans have experienced it, passing from a souvenir people to compatriots with newly arriving settlers to finally a conquered people, a charter minority on our own land. So I guess these lines say the answer, and still, like, definitely we have to read it thoroughly, but yeah, the next paragraph is all the description. So the prime purpose is to provide a historical perspective for a new analysis of Mexican American culture, right? Okay, so the next question, just two more question with the single answer. Just a second. So here it is. The artists were not a rich man, and which of the following can be inferred from the text is the question. Kimberly, the answer is right to the question second, and I'm waiting for answer from the other students. Which of the following can be inferred from the text? When you have such question, when it says the main idea primarily focuses on and what can be inferred from the text. So it is, I know, a bit difficult, but yes, we have to find them out because you never know. Such can be the question in your test as well. So Kimberly answer is right, waiting for others. Pavan, Nazia, it is not right. Gottri, it is right. Samir, send your answer as well. No, this is not right. Okay, so the right answer here is D. Which of the following can be inferred from the text? What can be inferred? That artist performed a variety of tasks in early scientific explorations. Now, if we see the options here, let's decide why this is D. So the first says dissecting specimen was not as useful as taking them to England. So it can be inferred from the passage. Let's see if it can. The artists were not a rich man. Artists were not rich man's flavorsome addition to his entourage, but an essential part of a scientific team in the age before photography. The principal task was to draw the specimen that the scientist collected, although the naturalists, such as Banks, intended to preserve some of their specimens and take them home to England, right? So it's like that. It is saying the A option is saying dissecting specimens was not as usual as taking them to England. But they're just mentioning here that they take them to England, the naturalist like the Banks, right? But it is not mentioned here like this was not as useful as taking them to England, right? Dissecting them was not as useful as taking them to England. So there is no comparison in two terms here. Naturalists themselves were often talented artists. B option. Anybody gave me? Yes. So naturalist here, they're talking, although the naturalists such as Bang intended to preserve some of their specimen and take them to England, it would not be practical to do so with all of them. Banks also expected to dissect certain elements and the artist would preserve a record of this work. In addition to the scientific drawing, Banks wanted the artist to sketch the people and places they visited. So naturalist is Bank. That's what they have given example of, but they never mentioned they were often talented artists. Nowhere it is mentioned that. Photography eventually made scientific expeditions more productive. So they have mention of the photography, like the artists were not a rich man, an addition to his entourage, but an essential part of scientific team in the age before photography, right? So scientific expedition is something that were happening before the age of the photography, right? Then they have not, after that you see they have not mentioned something like that it has made scientific expeditions more productive, right? This is not the what we can infer from the passage as the sentences out there. So artists performed a variety of tasks in early scientific exploration. So artists were not a rich man, but essential part of the scientific team. The principal task was to draw the specimen that the scientists collected, but artists would preserve a record of this work as well. In addition to scientific drawing, Banks also want that artists sketch the people and places they visited. You see, so they were doing lot of variety of tasks. They're sketching the people, they're preserving the records, they are they're drawing the specimens that scientists collected. So you see, this is a different variety of tasks they are doing and during the scientific exploration. So D is the answer here that we can infer from the passage. So this is easy, but you took longer than expected. So the last question for single answer, and I hope you are getting this easily as this is not much, just a sec, not much difficult. Okay. Okay. So here is the third one. One present indicator of climate change in Australia is, that's the same example I'm showing you, right? Let's see how well you're finding it out. Godfrey, Kimberly, and Nazia, you guys have sent the answer, right? Okay, so the Godfrey, your answer is wrong. Kimberly, your answer is wrong. Nazia, answer is wrong. Sameer, answer is wrong. Guys, your answers are incorrect. Look again. No, this is not right either, Sameer. One present indicator of climate change in Australia is don't if you feel like in the example I say the answer is D and you're giving me answer D, so you need to be mindful the paragraph is changed here. Question remaining same, but option are also changed, keeping one or two same. The question and this, I mean, the paragraph itself has changed. That's a lengthy paragraph. It is just a small one. So at least look according to the paragraph given. Okay, let me set the answer here. It says one present indicator of climate change in Australia is what,
I have
right?
sent another answer. Could you tell me if it's right?
Okay, fine, I'll see it later. Every day, millions of lights and computers are left on in deserted offices, apartments, and houses, right? Environmental activities say that simply switching them off could cut Sydney's greenhouse emission by 5% over the next year, right? Per capita, Australia is one of the world's largest producer of carbon dioxide and other gases that many scientists believe are helping to warm the Earth's atmosphere, causing climate upset. So right now, what is the reason of the climate change is the carbon dioxide and other gases which are emitted by these left on computer in offices, apartment and houses, or lights maybe. So one present indicator becomes, we cannot say C because this will account only one gas, but we're saying here the other gases as well. So our answer will be A, gas emissions, right? So B is the out of the context right here. Carbon dioxide, I cannot pick one option because it will not completely cover the area from I'm getting my answer, right? So gas emission A is the right option here, and obviously not B, not C. And D here you see a long-standing drought and serious water shortages in Australia. So long-standing drought, that mean that it is not new or it is not something happening now. It is something which is from a long time it is there. So it has focused much attention on climate change. Some expert warn higher temperature could leave the nation of 20 million people at the mercy of more severe droughts and devastating tropical cyclones, right? So you see the present indicator, if I go after of the climate change, are helping to warm. They are talking about the present situation causing climate upset. And what are two things? The gases and the CO2 itself, right? So A is the right answer here. All right, so these three are the uh, one single answer one, and How much you got right? I mean, out of 3 marks, how many you got? I believe one, some get 1, some get 2, and some get 0, right? So you want to do one more question, or should we move to the next question that's filling in the blank?
One more, man.
One more?
Yep.
All right, just a second now. I'll just show you the screen again with one more question. Victor, one, we did it. Okay, here you go with the next one. This one, researchers suggest that there are creatures that do not know that what light means at the bottom of the sea. So question is, judging from the passage, we can say that this story is mainly about. No, this is not right, Samir, but Nazia, your answer is right. You see the question of single answer, they are more focused on the complete knowledge of the paragraph passages, like that when we looking for mainly about. Yes, that's right, Samir. If you mean it to be this is right. Okay, fine. Fair enough. So this is right then. Yes, this is right, Kimberly and Pawan. This is not right. Got 3. This is right. So the answer to this question is like, judging from the passage, we can say that this history story is mainly about what? So it is not mainly about life of the sea creature at the bottom of the sea. They mention it as a in the beginning they mention it as a this is what we are talking about, but it when it moved forward, you see there is a comparison sort of like what we as a human being can do and what like other creatures we are superior to them in some senses, right? In some, or I would say many senses, right? So this is the superiority of human beings over some creature in terms of senses. You see how different our own life is. Sight show us the ground beneath our feet, heaven above us, moon, sun, star, shooting star, lightning, sunset, day and night. We able to hear voices, sound of sea, music, we feel taste, we smell. How fortunate we are, right? So there are many creatures, they don't either have eyes, ears, and they don't know what light means. There is no need, day or night for them. There are no winter, no summer, no sun, no moon, no star, right? So this is like a comparison given how fortunate, that means how superior we are, right? So E is the right option. You see any other option? It is not to be, can't be an answer. Maybe you can be like thinking about life of a sea creature at the bottom of the sea, but this is not mainly about telling how their life is. It's about a comparison between their life and we human, like how we are different and fortunate than them, right? So this is the answer which is clear here. Okay, let me stop it and let's start with the fill-ups now. Just a sec, let me share the screen again. So this is the one we will be doing now, the fill-ups. Okay, so the reading fill-ups, we will be doing them together right now. So reading fill-ups, a text appear on screen with several gaps, right? So we will be having few option given beneath that text, and we have to drag that option in the given spaces as per the right options, right? The text can be up to 80 words and sometimes it's a bit lengthy as well. So it's like maybe, yeah, in some cases it can be more than 80 words, but normally it will be 80 words around. Like when you're selecting the question, the main thing we are looking into, like the collocation combination, right? So collocation is like the words which we often see together, write together, and we often hear them together. So those are the words which are we are finding our answers here as, like if we go after the general, so general public is the one collocation we often hear together and we use together, right? So it's just like a common phrase, right? So if you are working on your collocation knowledge, so this filling in the blanks becomes really easy for you because it's a pure work of the collocation only, right? And another thing is like you can also look out of the given option. Obviously, if there are two blanks, the option will be 5. If there are 8 blanks, the option will be 12, right? So always there will be more option than the blanks. So you have to be maybe one or two option, they like having the same meaning sort of, and you will be really confused about those two. And then you have to see according to sentence combination as well, which out of those two can go well there, gel up well there. And secondly, if this word I hear generally together, these two words go often together, so if the answer to this question is yes, then that is your answer to be selected, right? Like in this case, a computer specialist and program. Now these two things we often generally hear, right? Now I'm confused in between two, but I know out of these two can be one my answer, not the cancer and function. Then I'll be looking into the sentence itself. It says has been developed, right? So I know that a specialist cannot be developed as it is a human being, living person, right? So it can't be developed, but a program can be developed, right? So out of two, the sentence tell me, okay, this is going to be your answer here, program, right? So these are the two ways you are picking up your answer, and you are actually getting the right answer most appropriately, and these are not as difficult as compared to the reading and writing filling in the blanks, because there you have to look more precisely into the grammar of the sentence as well. This is which is not the case here, right? So let's do 3 questions related to this one first. And first of all, it's important that if you do not know the meaning of any uh, word, suppose, so kindly Google it right now, learn the meaning, because you never know if that's going to be the question in your exam and you're not aware of the meaning of the word, then it will be really difficult for you to pick up the right option, provided that you do not know the right meaning, right? So this is the first blank. From though the term business, it ends here, need to be solved. These are the options. And it got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blanks in there. And the option are, of course, more than that. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 option, 5 blanks. Start finding it. If you do not know the meaning of any word, Google it, learn it, and remember it. Do not send the answers one by one. Number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Type all the answers and only then send it to me, right? Because till the moment you're not filling up all the option, you cannot be sure about your answers, and you cannot submit your answer in the real exam as well. Because when you are filling all the option, the passage will tell you if it's giving a good sense, completing the meaning in the every word is completing the meaning in every sentence. After you are assessing all the options you have selected once, then I mean after you are validating them, only then you are submitting your answer, because once you submit your answer, you won't able to make any changes. So just be sure before sending me the answers, and all the answers I need once. Ashmita, good morning, how are you? Ashmita, can you hear me? Okay, Ashmita, this is the reading filling in the blanks. This is the first question. If you can hear me, start doing it. The options are in bold letters. Okay, there are two answers I received. Okay, let me check them. So got three your answers. Okay, third and fourth and fifth is wrong. Third, fourth and fifth is wrong. Got three. And Sameer, first, third, fourth and fifth is wrong. It is only second which is right. Nazia, first, second is right only. And Kimberly, okay, the answers are right. And Pawan and Ashmita. Pawan and Ashmita, I'm waiting for your answers. So the students who have sent me the answer, you have picked the options right, but you are just picking them at the wrong place. Do you want me to say the answer or you are just looking around that or sending me the right option? Okay, Pavan. Second, third is right. Fourth, fifth is wrong. First is also wrong. Ashmita, first is right. Are you sending the remaining answers or second is
Yes,
right?
ma'am, I was typing.
First, second is right. Then not. All right. Okay, so I received everyone's answer. Here you see, though the term business intelligence was used sporadically since the 1860s, Howard Dresner's, a Gartner Group analyst, proposed it in 1989. Business intelligence is a technology driven process, right? We want writing here a procedure because this is not a procedure we are following. BI is a technology driven process for analyzing and presenting actionable information to decision makers, right? Then coming to the third one, business information, business driven information technology includes data visualization software which design infographics and tools to build BI dashboards and performance scorecards for displaying dash data on business. So for displaying, visualize. Why we are talking here about graphics, visualization software, right? So that's why we are looking for something for display, visualize data on business metrics and key performance indicators, right? So that's make it visualize the right option for the third one. Then business intelligence program involve decision making dash eternal business processes, decision making, optimize internal business processes, right? And then enhance operational efficiency. We don't optimize efficiency, we enhance an efficiency, right? And when we're talking about like something doing to the processes, we can say the optimizing the processes, right? So as this is how you're selecting the wrong options: process, optimize, efficiency, enhance. So the right option here is sporadically process, visualize, and then optimize, then enhance, right? So as I told you, you guys are selecting the right option, but as you are not able to frame them into the sentence right as per their meaning, right? So these are the right option here for the first blank. And kindly remember the options. Remember the answers you have filled in or I have told you as the right one, because you never know, this is going to be your question as well. This can be. The second one, yeah. Okay, this is the second question. Got 4 blanks and 7 options. You can see it right on the screen, guys. At least say yes or no. I'm not talking to a computer system, of course.
Yes, I can see
Yes,
it now. I
ma'am.
Okay,
couldn't see it
thank you
earlier.
very much. Thank you very much. So this is the second one. Start doing it. And meanwhile, I'm keeping mute because I need to paste a few more for you. One answer, waiting for more. Three answers. Okay, let's talk about the answer here. Received the answers. Just one, I guess one person left, I believe. Okay. So the first answer is from Godfrey, and your answer number 1, 2 is right, third is wrong, fourth is wrong. So third and fourth is wrong, Godfrey. And Pavan, your second, third is right, first and fourth is wrong. Kimberly, first, second, third, and fourth, all correct. And Ashmita, first, second, third, and okay, first 3 are right, fourth is wrong. Sameer, okay, first, second, third, and fourth, all correct. So anyone? Nazia. Okay, Nazia, first, second, third, and fourth. Yes, all correct. The first answer here, however, a comparison of mega cities with the population above 14 million in developing countries between 11 and 15 had revealed that Delhi's air pollution levels were deteriorated than Beijing and Shanghai, exceeding the WH air quality standard of 20 meter cubic something by more than 900%. Delhi had recorded a PM10 level of 229, while Beijing and Shanghai had recorded a PM10 level of 108 respectively. With fine, because we're talking about something recorded, so the option makes here recorded. With fine particulate matter, levels were almost 4 times above daily safe levels. Delhi's air was the world world's mega cities, because we are talking about here, we started off the comparison of the mega city, so it also help us to look for this option which is mega cities and which is right. as rain and wind as rain and wind diminished the impact of pollutants, because what it do, it don't improve, right, it don't expand. So what other word we left with? Diminished. So as rain and wind diminished the impact of pollutants, Delhi's air remains relatively cleaner during the monsoon, right? So the option which are right here are detroited, recorded, megacity, diminished, right? Diminished is like reducing, something like that. So any other word is not matching up that meaning. So we are putting up this word here. It can't be improved, right? It is not impact of pollutant is improved. It is like the impact of pollutant can only be reduced or increased. It never improve. It is not something improving, right? Impact, you see, it's not a something we can fix up here. Okay, and let's move to the third question. So remember the answers and even just count on your marks, the first 5 four, and the next 4 blanks. Mm, okay, so this is the third one on the screen. it got 8 blanks. Then the one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you can see, the options, they are, of course, they're going to be something like 12 or something, I believe. Poisonous, P is capital or not capital, yeah. Deleterious, parasitic, prohibited, vulnerable, mandatory, fatal, chef, beneficial, impressible, advisable, encouraged, and viral. These are the options. This is the paragraph. And kindly find the answer and send your answers. When you're done with all the answers, validate them, look if they are imparting the right meaning, and then only send them to me. 8 marks is the potential, so be very careful, because 8 marks are like, it can exceed your score to great extent in reading. The student who is doing this, like drawing the lines all around, kindly do that. This is the reading filling in the blanks, and this is the PTE class going on. So this is the third set of the blank we are doing today. The class started at 10, and this is 11:18 now. These are the options you need to select your answer from. Or if you do not know anything about the PTE, then you have to wait so that student finish this one, and then we can start afresh. And the student joining in now, we're doing reading fill in the blanks. Kindly look into the third number question we are practicing. 8 blanks. Options are beneath. Look and fix the option and send your answer in the chat box as usual. I know this will take time because the options are more, the spaces are more. Be sure about the answer, only then send them. One answer received. Three answers, but Sameer, your answers are less. Let's type in all the answers. Okay, let's see the answers I am receiving, but waiting that everyone send at once. Okay, so the first answer is from Gottfried. Let me see the option for this one. Just a second. Okay, almost everyone's answer is here. All right. So the first answer is from Godfrey, and your answer number 1 is wrong. And second is right, third is wrong, fourth is right, fifth is right, sixth is wrong, seventh and eighth is right. Ashmita, your first 4 answers are right, and fifth answer is wrong. After fifth, sixth is right, seventh is wrong, eighth is right. Sameer, first answer is right. Second, third, fourth, and fifth are wrong. Pavan, first is wrong. What did I write there? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. There is a mistake. I mean, mistyped word here. So this is the word basically. It's not poisonous. It's poisoning. And okay, Pavan, second, third, and then fifth, seventh, and eighth. They are right. Those are right. Kimberly, second.
Can
Then
I just change my answers because I think I need.
okay, quickly do that. Whosoever wants to send a new answer, quickly do that, please. And Nazia, first is wrong, second right, third wrong, fourth right, fifth right, sixth wrong, seventh wrong, eighth right. These options are now this very tricky, but okay. Okay. And Kimberly, your answer number 1 is right, 2 is right, 3, 4 is right, 5 is wrong, 6 is wrong. Uh, so even all the 8 answers. Just a sec. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I gave all the 8 answers because I
5,
changed.
6, 7, and 8. Okay, fine. Okay, just a sec. Okay, yeah, this is right. This is right. And mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. All right. So here we are, and I just typed in the answer because okay, we all were looking into some of the ingredients in sushi can create health risk for women or human. Tuna, an apex predator in the marine ecosystem, contains a high level of methyl mercury, which can cause mercury poisoning. Right? So that was my mistake. I just mistyped this word. Sorry about that. So mercury poisoning comes handy, sounds handy. If consumed in large quantity or consumed by highly vulnerable group. So normally the pregnant women and children, they are considered in the food chain, in the food serving or in the studies. It is always considered the vulnerable group, right? The scientists' evidence has established that eating raw fish can cause parasitic infections. Now you need to understand, like these all the name mentioned here having a word parasites. You see, parasites. So I am pretty sure, like this is a clue with for us that if these are the parasites, so they can give a parasitic infection. Of course, they cannot give you a viral infection because they are not viruses. They are parasites. I hope this is clear. The third answer. So this is the sort of if we are reading properly, we get clues for sure in the text itself, right? And just in case we're not getting it straight, maybe viral and the other option parasitic. So we're talking about the raw fish. So raw fish contains, some type of worms, and worms are called parasites in case of raw fish, right? It's not a viral sort of. And moreover, we have a clue straight here, naming them as a parasites, which can have a deleterious effect in terms of bowel obstruction, anemia, and liver disease. Then, for the above reason, because this can be happen, government across the world has prohibited the use of fresh raw fish in sushi, right? So of course, if these are the problem, so the government has prohibited and mandated that fish for sushi must be frozen at temperatures below -20 for minimum 24 hours to destroy the parasites, right? Some forms of sushi contain pufferfish fugu and some kinds of shellfish which can cause severe poisoning if not prepared properly. A fugu fish contains a poisonous tetrodotoxin in its internal organs. Fugu consumption can be fatal for human. That is why it is mandatory across the world to prepare sushi by a licensed fugu chef, right? So if you understand the third option, where you are just making it wrong, third and fourth probably, and accept that, I believe the other option they're not as difficult to decide on, right? So these are the right answer for blank number third we did. The last one for the reading filling in the blanks, as you can see on the screen, and the students who are not sending their answers, kindly do participate and send your answers. Surya, Raman, I haven't received your answers. Subdeep, I haven't received your answers. So you guys need to send your answers right along with other students as well. Maybe they get wrong, it's okay, but you have to. This is also small letter. Adapt, desisting, purifies, contaminates, exponential, insisting, adopt, regeneration, decomposition. You look into that, I tell you the options. Yes, they are right. Options are right. Okay, there is no typo error.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can see the screen.
Now,
No,
is that
ma'am, there
visible?
is the another question, not the previous one. Yes, yes, now it's.
Now,
Yes, ma'am. Now
all
it's
right,
visible, ma'am.
all right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. No worries. 100. Kimberly, the answer number to first blank. Okay, it is right. Second, third, fourth is right. And the last is wrong. Sukhdeep, no, this is not right. Got 3. First, second, third, and fifth is right. Ashmita, first, second, third, and fourth is right. The last is wrong. Pavan, second and fourth is right. Eutrophication is the process whereby the terrestrial vegetation is affected by an increase in the concentration of the nutrients, occurs in freshwater and marine water, indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizer, right, contaminates groundwater, indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizer contaminates groundwater and increase nutrient concentration in the various water body. The higher concentration of nutrient leads to the higher concentration of nutrients leads to exponential growth of algae, exponential, at the cost of other vegetation. Increase decomposition of dead algae. So the dead algae, it's obviously if it is the growth is more than the increased decomposition of it, reduces the oxygen level in water, threatening other vegetation and fishes in the water across the just across the okay across the
Word.
where it is world. Environments are encouraging farmers to adopt organic fertilizer, sprinkle and drip irrigation methods to rationalize the usage of chemical fertilizer. So they are encouraging farmers to adopt such practices. Simultaneously, governments across the world are also desisting. Desisting. Desisting is like stop doing them something like for farmers to conduct farming activities nearby river and water bodies to control eutrophication. So they are desisting farmer, they are stopping them to doing this practice so that they can control eutrophications near the water bodies, right? So the options are contaminates, exponential, decomposition, adopt, desisting. Desisting is stopping, insisting is when we put some pressure on someone to do the thing, not to stop it but to actually indulge into the practice of it. So opposite antonyms, right? Insisting, desisting. All right, I hope this is clear. And Chemical fertilizer, when they indiscriminately used, they never do some good. They contaminates the water, right? And now the last question is from reading and writing fill up. Reading and writing. No, this is not the reading fill up now. This is reading and writing fill up. So every option having 4 or 5 choices. So in the exam, there will be a drop down list as you know it, and you're selecting one option. You have to look the grammar. You have to look before and after the blank. So here you need your grammatical skills. Here you need the sentence formation skills, the sense of the sentence, the word imparting and adding up to the meaning of the sentence. So all these things you have to check, the singular, the plural, right? Articles before the word or maybe the preposition after the word. So these all clues you have to see, and out of the 4 options, you are gonna select one option from the drop down list. We got 4 blanks here. So 4 blanks got 4 choices. So according to the text, first read the text, see what it is about, overall meaning, get the overall meaning, and then start doing the blank here. Kimberly, third and fourth is right. First and second is wrong. Got three. First is wrong. Second is right. Third is wrong. Fourth is right. Kimberly, second is this one is right. Ashmita, second is right only. Nazia, first is wrong. Third and fourth is wrong. Okay, Jean Piaget, the pioneering Swiss philosopher and psychologist, spent much of his professional life listening to children, watching children, and poring over reports of researchers. You cannot write here judging because he is not judging out something of those reports or wanna make like this they are not true saying or something. He was involved into studying all those stuff made by another researchers. So that right word is poring. He's not kidding, he's not sensing, he's not judging either. He's poring over reports of researchers around the world who were doing the same. He found, to put it most cuttingly, the children don't think like grown-ups. And Piaget began to suspect that behind their cute and seemingly illogical dash were thought processes that had their own kinds of order. So here it got age out of the context, then appearance. We're not talking about the physical appearance. We are just talking about their seemingly cute, illogical thought processes. So style, no, there are no particular style of a child or a children, right? So utterances, they're cute and seemingly illogical utterances, that sounds they make, the words they say, which actually doesn't sometimes have any proper meaning. So Einstein called it a discovery so simple that only a genius could have thought of it. Piaget's insight opened a new window into the inner workings of the brain, of the mind, right? Inner anatomy is about the human bodily structure, right? And inner structure of the mind, no, this is not the right word. New window into the inner structure. The other last word you see, it is not psychology, this is physiology, right? We're not talking about physiology of the mind because mind is something which is psychological, having psychological processes. So workings, inner workings of the mind. And by the end of a wide ranging and remarkably prolific research career that spanned nearly 75 years. So we're talking about like which from one end to the other end. So we normally say that spanning over, spanned over, right? Spanned nearly 75 years from this time to like the 10-year age to till the moment he died in 84. So that's why spanned, not grew. This is not something growing up. This is not something he suffered from. This is not something we're saying from this to that it ended nearly 70 years. No. Span is the right word when one from one point of time to the other side is given. Both the ends are given. So we can use this word. And that complete the blank here. So first is pouring, utterances, workings, and spanned. So these are the right answers here. So you see something, sometimes they look quite easy, quite simple, but still we have to clearly understand the sentence and meaning it is conveying, imparting, so that we can select the right option appropriately. So these are the four answers here, and then okay, that's it. This is okay. This is I'm stopping here. That's all for today. So maybe one or two more questions regarding the reading and writing fill-ups we will be doing tomorrow, and then we'll be starting with the next item type. After that, that going to be maybe speaking, or we see if it's going to be writing, right? So any questions so far?
No, ma'am, it's all good.
All right, all right. And Ashmita, you coming late these days because of the timing has changed?
No, ma'am, I'm at work, that's why.
All right, fine. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's okay. And Sukhdeep, also you are late, I know, because there will be reason because the timing is changed of the Melbourne. All right. And yes, that's it. Any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, got three. All right. Okay, all good then. I'm ending this session. So remember, I provide you a
Thank you,
number to
ma'am.
have any query regarding anything. You can call CECA, CECA. Wherever you are, Brisbane, Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne, you can contact the branch. We do have the branches all around. So it's very easily accessible, right? All right, that's it. So I'm ending this session. Bye-bye, guys. See you tomorrow,
Thank you,
yeah?
ma'am. Bye.
Bye,
Yeah, and
ma'am.
be
Have a
here
good
at
day.
10.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, bye-bye, so that you can do all the things. Yeah, bye-bye, and like some
Bye.
kid. And it's, I guess that's with the Nazia.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah,
Okay,
bye-bye. Take
bye,
care,
ma'am.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, Pavan. Bye.
Bye.